Hi everybody, welcome back. So, we were gone for a week. Took a well-needed vacation. We vacationed on a small island off the coast of South Carolina called Kiowa Island, and we stayed in Charleston. We had a great time. We did kayaking, we did a carriage ride through Charleston. Oh my gosh, it was a beautiful, beautiful vacation while it snowed here in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania. But today, now that we're back, it is gorgeous and 80 degrees. And I am going to continue on this, the wall project. So the next thing to do is I'm going to take the Kubota and I'm going to try and scoop this out a little bit and clean it up. Just do the best I can with it. This will be a good example of what that Kubota can do with the Piranha bar on it. So let's get to work. Whenever I'm digging with this tractor, I always take very small bites. I would rather just do a little bit at a time. Because my goodness, if I were doing this with a shovel, how long would that take with a shovel? And all I'm trying to do here is true up this edge and get the rest of this topsoil out of here. I'm also using that string as a guide. It's pretty level. Try and keep the top of the bucket equal with that string, so I'm not digging down too far. I think it's just really wet right there. Boy, when you get off the tractor and you have to pick up a shovel, that's when it gets hard. All right, let's clean this up. Last thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to push some of this old driveway gravel down in and get a good base under there, try and get it level so that it doesn't fill with water. Now this doesn't have to be absolutely 100% perfectly level because I'm going to add gravel on top of it. I'm just trying to make it so it doesn't fill with water. That's pretty good. All right, off we go. Towing the trailer for the first time. Well, even empty, I can tell a huge difference already between this and the F-150. Yeah. Seems to be running just fine with it. I suppose it should, right? Let's go get some gravel. All right, so we got just a smidge over 8,000 pounds in that dump trailer right now. And technically I could take another scoop. It's a 10,000 pound, 5-ton trailer. So it's pulling it like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's not pulling it like it's nothing. Sure pulling it a lot better than the F-150. Yeah, this is smooth. So now I got to get home before the wife does because I'll use the garage to back into and turn this thing around. Of course, the whole irony of my current situation and why I'm using the garage to turn this trailer around is the gravel that I'm having to turn around right now in the garage is going to be used to widen the driveway, so I don't have to do this anymore. So we just back it into the garage, swing it around. That's how I turn the truck around. Yep, that's 4 tons. It never looks like as much as you think it's going to be. That's what we'll start with. So I just bought all that brand new clean gravel, but I've got all this old cruddy gravel in the driveway still. And if I've got to use this for fill and fill in that hole, why not use the old cruddy gravel first and then spread the new gravel on top for a nice new finish, and it'll all blend together. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get the box blade on the Kubota and I'm gonna scrape off a layer of this old gravel. All right, that gave me a decent little bit of stone to work with. I'm gonna next spread it down here through the pit or trench. We'll call it a trench. This is gonna be a base for the wall. So I'll use that stuff, spread it nice and even, nice and level, because once you start stacking stone, there's levels you're gonna get, you can't change it. So this has to be nice and level and well compacted, and then I can start stacking stone on. Well, that's going to about do it for today. That's a good bit of gravel down in there, good base. And yeah, I got to go pick up my daughter. That's the way things are right now. My daughter is in school. She goes to school just for a few hours a day for preschool, and she has therapy during the day because she's autistic. But in the fall, and this is very exciting, mainly for my family, she's made it far enough that she's going to be able to go into kindergarten with all the other kids, so that's going to be fantastic. But in the fall, I should have 8 hours a day while she's in kindergarten to do more stuff. So as it is right now, I'm doing 3 hours a day of work, and then I compile it into a week's worth of video. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to be able to compact all of this down and get a nice base, solid base. It's on clay. So I got all the topsoil out, and now the gravel's on the clay. I will run a plate compactor, which I purchased earlier this year, and I will run it on this until it is good and solid, and then level it up, and it'll be ready for block. So see you tomorrow, we'll do that. So here it is, the Harbor Freight Plate Compactor. I'm starting to think it'd be a better idea to put this together in the garage where all my tools are. Yeah. Let's get the tractor. So I don't typically buy a lot of stuff from Harbor Freight. As you guys can see, I primarily have DeWalt tools made in the USA. I like to buy stuff that's made in the USA, but there are a couple reasons I bought this. Number one reason is I hate renting one of these, and there's a good reason why. So if you rent a plate compactor, you're going to use it for 10 minutes at a time. You compact a lift, and then most of the time you're going to be raking, you're going to be moving more material, you're going to be digging, you're going to be leveling, you're going to be doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and the machine's just going to sit there. So you get a 4 to 8 hour rental, and really you're only going to use it for maybe an hour. I mean, maybe if you're really using it a lot. And I rented one when I did that paver patio that I did, and that's what happened, is it just sat there. So I got this President's Day sale at Harbor Freight for around 600 bucks, and I figure I'm going to use it at least 3 times, and if it sits around too much, I can sell it. So it's better than renting it, because the biggest problem of renting a piece of equipment is the time crunch. You only have a certain amount of time to use it. If it starts raining, whatever. So you get my point. So that's why I bought this thing. And there it is. All right. Don't they look so beautiful when they're brand new? Looks to me like the whole thing's put together already. I just have to fold the handle out. I think I'm going to destroy the box. So we got two handles here. I think I'm just going to lift, if I can, I'm just going to lift it here and set it here. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Wow. Give her a pull. All right, let's see how she starts. Oh, why me? Maybe I'll turn this up a little more. Oh, one would think it would have started by now. If it doesn't have spark, if it doesn't have fuel, or it doesn't have compression, if engine stops or will not start, check your oil level. It needs a boy, might be a little too much oil in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm not good with these things. Anyway, so a little bit of YouTubing. I put way too much oil in it, so I had to remove the spark plug, relieve the compression, you know, run the spits of oil all over the place, got it down to where it has the right amount of oil in it. Everything is good now. So very simply, put it in start position, turn the fuel on, turn this on, give it a crank. There it goes. Yeah, it works perfectly. Well, there it is, and it works great. So anyway, I think moving it around with the tractor with the straps is going to work great. Oh, I also went and picked up a little Harbor Freight dolly, Harbor Freight plate compactor. So I suppose Harbor Freight dolly, I will probably lift it up with the tractor and then strap this to the bottom of it and then put it in the shed, and I can wheel it wherever I need to. So anyway, that's it for this week. Next week, hopefully I'm going to get some blocks started laid. I checked this, use this 12-foot 2x4 and this level, and it's pretty darn good. So I should be fine for laying block next week. So anyway, if the weather cooperates, I'm going to start making a wall. Catch you next time.